All right, mate, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. There's not been many videos, has there? It's a video. It's been a while. It's been a long time, actually. But I'm back. He's back.
Hello.
And that's what we're kind of here to talk about today. You've seen the title now. There's a couple of things I want to address. Some of them a bit controversial, maybe. I don't know, but I'm keen to get your guys' opinions in the comments, as usual. But Seb, when was the last time we did this? It's been ages, isn't it?
I mean, the last time I sat in this chair, I think has probably been over a year, mate.
Yeah, it's been so long.
Yeah.
But it's obviously been long in general since I made any videos. It's been very slow. I mean, certainly compared to my old standards of back in the day FIFA videos, which you guys keep telling me you want to come back. I think the ship sailed, guys. I think I made a video about that already. If you go and watch the Why I Stopped Doing the Wheel of Fortune video I made about 6 months ago, check it out. But yeah, am I quitting YouTube? That seems to be the question that people keep asking me. The answer is no. I'm not quitting. I just don't do it in the same way anymore, and that's why I want to talk about why I don't, what are my reasons for that, and what I am doing instead, because I think that's an important part of it. So, I mean, there's been a load of reasons. Okay, the easiest, simple reason why I've made less videos, and that's been going on for a few years now, is just due to doing other things and being busy with things like hashtag mainly. Just the club that Seb and I run, takes up a lot of time, and there's so many facets. I mean, the club's grown a lot. I'm sure if you've kept up to date with it, you know about the women's team and the youth teams and trying to get a ground and all these things. And Seb does so many different sponsorships and commercial stuff. We're kept very busy. And Seb runs his own golf channel as well. I'm sure you've had struggles keeping content on there, just like I have as well. Like, just balancing it has been tough. That's been going on for a few years, to be honest. That's not anything new. But there's been another thing that's happened with me. And to be honest, it all happened off the back of the Euros. So that was really the last regular videos I made on this channel. And when I say, by the way, one thing I always say when people tell me I haven't been making videos, I always say I want a hashtag video multiple times a week. Hashtag I'm making more videos than ever. But Spencer personally, no. And it was off the back of the Euros because, I'll be honest, obviously England losing the final, you and I were there, Seb, it's gutting. We've never experienced a final loss, we've never had a final in our lifetime, so there was always going to be some kind of backlash or after effect of that. But that's really not what it was about. Obviously, we were gutted, weren't we? We were both there.
It was the manner of the day, wasn't it?
For me, the manner of losing the Euros final, as much as I wanted England to win one, and I still would love it, I got over that pretty quick, to be honest. I think I said to you, within seconds of us losing, I said to Seb in Wembley, I said, we've got to pay our dues. We have only been at 2 finals, and we won the other one. Yeah, how many finals have Italy lost? We haven't paid our dues. We haven't been around enough. And I thought I was quite, aware, if you like, of that, and I didn't take it to heart. But I did really take to heart the stuff that happened at the Euros, I'm going to be honest. Really gave me a bit of a sort of crisis of confidence.
It was a disgrace.
It was a disgrace.
A national disgrace.
It was a personality crisis for me because there was the behaviour at Wembley, first of all, it was really bad, And I actually made a video about it. I never put it on the channel because I want to talk about this today as well, but it's about, I want to have a positive life. I want to be around positive people. I want to talk about positive things. I don't want to dwell on negatives. I don't want to let those things into my life. I don't want that energy around me. And that video I made was just so negative. And I think some people needed to hear it or would have liked it, but do I want to be making that? And again, not to dwell on that, but I've even thought about taking that video we did about the F2 down, I'll be honest. Because I don't regret doing it. I think we had something to say that was worth saying. But I'm not proud of it. It's a negative video, and I don't want to put that stuff out there. That's something I'm thinking about. Anyway, but the racist stuff, the 3 guys that missed the penalties, it made me really ashamed to be English, to be honest. And that's something I've never felt before, really. Obviously, England have their bad eggs, and West Ham have our bad eggs. Everyone has their bad eggs. And that's what we always say, right? Every country has their bad eggs. I actually don't know if it's true anymore to that extent. I think there's loads of countries that wouldn't do that. I think there's loads of countries that wouldn't smash up their own city and their own stadiums when they get to a final before it's even happened. It's not like we lost and they kicked off. They're smashing things up. They're breaking in. They're beating people up in Wembley. And then there's the racism. Your own players, the same players you've been cheering for days before. I hate it. I hate it. And it made me really ashamed. And so much of my personality is wrapped up in football. Now, I don't think that's true of myself in real life. You know me better than anyone. There's a lot of facets to my personality, but football is the thing that is a vehicle we've both attached ourselves to career-wise, right? Obviously, golf for you as well. And when it wasn't like people were having a go at me or anything, I just felt ashamed. I felt embarrassed. And I was like, do I even want to be known as a football guy going forward? Do I even want to be known as all these things? And this is how, it only went on for a few weeks, this thought process. But I wanted to get out of the country. I wanted to honestly. And it took me a long time to recover, and it made everything pale in insignificance in terms of my own content. Never affected my love of hashtag, because we are in our own little bubble at hashtag. It's a positive bubble, and there's a lot of negativity around us, but we don't let it in. So I'm very proud of what we're
more in control, aren't we, as well, at hashtag? Of course.
We are in control. We can make the club in our own image,
Yeah.
and that's what we do. That goes down to the players we get. It goes down to everything. But my attitude to football in general, and what's the videos on this channel? These days, it's me talking about football. It's me talking about mainstream football, transfers, things that go on. The Mason Greenwood situations, all these things I could have made videos about. Ronaldo transferred to Man United. When I made a video about that back in the day, I had a bit of apathy towards it all, because I was just like, I just didn't want to identify with it in a way. I think a lot of people have been having that kind of disenfranchisement with mainstream football for a long time. And with non-league, you don't have that. That's why I love non-league. And I'd urge you, not just about hashtag, go and support your local non-league team, because it is a bygone era of football. It's like the 60s, 70s. The players. A lot of them are from the area, which isn't important necessarily. I'm obviously welcoming to everyone, but it embodies, the team embodies the place, which is quite nice. You don't get at the top level anymore at all. You might have one player from the town, maybe. But anyway, these are all the things that are going through my head, Seb. But I think you probably noticed it in me. You probably noticed, you're the man that obviously brings me, any deals we do, any brand deals, anything. And would you say you notice like a dissatisfaction or a disenfranchisement for me?
You just noticed about how much less we would talk about it, right? Because there was so much focus. And I think really what we've done is refocus a lot of the energies towards your channel, even more double down into hashtag, because they've required it as well. Hashtag has grown enormously, as you mentioned, so it's required a lot more attention, and you only have so many hours in the day, right? And I think something has to always give. So those hours that previously would have gone into more videos has doubled down, and even further investment of your time into hashtag, and naturally that just makes it you a little bit less engaged in the modern game.
And we created something in hashtag that is bigger than me. Yes, this channel still has more subscribers, but there's a lot of different reasons for that. And I still believe that hashtag is and ultimately will always be a lot bigger than what I am as a creator or a channel, Spencer FC or whatever. So what it's sort of, I wouldn't say it's fulfilled its purpose. I still have a lot of things I'd love to do on this channel, but I don't want to be a slave to an algorithm. Hashtag's algorithm isn't the YouTube algorithm, it's the football season.
Well, there's another big thing here as well, of course, like since the last real sequence of regular uploads, a lot's changed in your personal life as well, right? Yeah. Which is another big part of it, the birth of your son, for example.
And that happened obviously, in the middle of COVID. He's just turned a year old now, he's 13 months now. And I've enjoyed spending time with Alex and him just at home chilling out. And I think what a great thing to do, what a great reason to not make videos, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that being said, Seb, I do have an ambition to make more videos on this channel, and I think I've just got to steer my energy in. Who do I want to be on this channel? What stories do I want to be telling? What do I want to be focusing on? And a large part of it is always going to be my role within hashtag. I'm a man that runs a football team along with yourself and other people. And that is, I think, really cool. I get some people might not like it, and that's fine for you to sort of unsubscribe, really. If you came for Wheel of Fortune and that's all you're interested in and you don't want to go on the journey with us, I bid you farewell. Thanks for watching. Don't go change it. But if you want to see where else we take it, I think there's going to be some cool stuff we're going to do.
Let's be honest as well. There are still things that you and I have a lot of chats about in football, and I think I have personally as well, because the new formats of these content that we did start doing is quite a nice outlet. Whether we're talking about kits, whether we're talking about transfers, whatever it is nice to share some of those thoughts sometimes and share it with an audience, get people's input. And there's a lot going on in the wider world of football, and I think probably there are some things that we can talk about.
Well, that's something I now want to segue this video into.
Yes.
Okay, so we've addressed the lack of videos and all that, but we do want to start making videos more often. And one thing we're going to talk about today is something that is a hot topic in football.
Very hot topic.
You may or may not be aware of it. If you are aware of it, you'll probably have an opinion on it. Now, full disclosure, okay? We're talking about fan tokens in football, right? We're going to talk about what they are, why they should exist, or whether they should exist, all these things. But I'm also going to tell you right off the bat, we've done a deal with a company called Socios, all right? When I say we, I mean we. Hashtag and me, okay? Hashtag are working with them. This is actually the first time we've announced this.
Yep.
But it's going to be, you're going to see it in hashtag videos. And this is what we use this platform for, Seminar. We want to run our football club very transparently. We've talked about sponsorship deals, kit deals, how it all works, and we're going to do that again today. We've done a lengthy deal, and it represents huge opportunity for stability at the club, right? So thank you, Socios. And I've also done a deal with them, okay? I am going to be working with them. I am going to be talking about them on this channel. I'm going to be showing you, I think, why they're a good thing. Now, Just that sentence alone is going to rile some people because there's a lot of people that don't
I can hear
like
the keyboard
fan
going
tokens.
already.
Why don't people?
We should probably talk about what they are, right?
and why don't people like them? Or some people like them.
Yeah, what they are is very, very simple. It's a fan engagement tool. It gives the fan an ability to get closer to their sports team. Socios are partnered with, I think, nearly 100 different sports teams now. And I say sports teams, it's not just football. It's some American sports teams, it's motor racing teams, it's esports teams. It really is a huge, huge list. And basically, you buy a fan token, and that fan token allows you to engage. And the main utility of that token is you get to vote in fan matters. You get to have a vote on certain binding polls that impact the decisions that are made at the club. It also allows you to get exclusive rewards and a load of different other things. There's a lot more we can go into in that, and we're going to be doing so because we're going to be talking about how Hashtag are going to release our own fan token, and how what that means, what fan token holders at Hashtag are going to be able to do. But why some people have caused concern, for me, the number one reason is misinformation. People don't really understand it, and there's a word that for some reason to some parts of the society and generally football seems to be a dirty word, and that's the word crypto, right? Cryptocurrency. Now, me personally, I'm someone... Crypto. Me personally, a couple of years ago, I was what you would call a crypto skeptic. I didn't really get it. I was a cryptic. We could use that. I didn't really get it. It sounded like a bit of a scam. And naturally, when you don't understand something, you tend to shy away from it. And we've had loads of approaches over the years for projects like this, and I never really ever entertained them. Bit by bit, my knowledge expanded. I've actually got a semi-involved crypto portfolio of my own now.
Oh, have you now?
Which I really enjoy learning more about. This is not what they've ideas to talk about, but it's something I've become a lot more.
Are you going to do a Seb on Crypto YouTube channel?
Who knows? I'm very interested. I think it's a huge opportunity. That's not what we're talking about. The thing is, this isn't really crypto. People think it's crypto, but it's actually not. This is really blockchain technology.
Do you think some of the skeptics of Socios and fan tokens are crypto skeptics, and they're using this as a way of eventing?
I think that's only one level of it.
Yeah.
I think people are unsure about crypto. Journalists like using crypto as a way of portraying something without really getting into the depth of what it is. Socios is not really a cryptocurrency.
No,
it's not. It's a blockchain technology. It's very, very different. Blockchain technology, is, for me, very, very clearly going to be a huge part of the world's future in technology going forward. That's to do with not just football clubs, finance, banking, actual currency, voting, all sorts of things, right? Because it allows you things to be more secure, allows for higher transparency, better functionality for so many applications in life. Obviously, there's NFTs and all these things that are kicking off about it now. Socios is very, very different. Socios is essentially a fan engagement tool. It's an app.
You're talking about some reasons people don't like crypto and also Socios, but I want to start by saying why it's good.
Yes.
And then we can come back to that. And I also want to set a challenge to some of you, because some of you might be thinking about turning off right now, because you might be thinking, I made my mind up about fan tokens. Well, I want to say, just hear me out. If you've ever listened to my opinion in the past, let me have my opinion with you now. If you disagree at the end, that's fine. And that's my first great point about fan tokens, right? And my first challenge to people that don't like them. If you don't like them, don't buy them. Okay? They're not affecting your club in a negative way. They're not doing anything. They're only offering you an added level, right?
I want to say something, right? This is a very exciting announcement, and it's a real shame, I think, that something that's very, very positive, which I think could be very, very positive for football, very, very positive for all fans, certainly very, very positive for our football club in #United. We have to start by explaining about some of the controversy.
I think it's all about context.
I agree.
So I think for some people that don't like it, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. We're talking about commercialisation of football.
Yes.
Let's focus on the football element of it, right?
Yeah.
Football is way overly commercialised.
Definitely.
You're preaching to the choir. I've talked about it so many times on this channel. That hasn't changed just because I've done a deal with Socios, right? I wouldn't have done the deal. And how many deals have I turned down over the years, Seb? How many big brands and deals have I said, I don't feel comfortable working with them, I don't like what they do? Trust me, a lot of deals and a lot of money, okay? And I've chosen to do this one because I don't agree with what the critics are saying. And that's my right, okay? Football is over-commercialised, right? The problem is £100 football shirts. The problem is £10 beers and burgers a game. The problem is the fact that we are being milked as fans. The problem is that I pay so much money for Sky Sports so I can watch football, and then a year later they lose Champions League to BT Sport, but I have to keep paying the same amount of money to Sky, and I've got less football. The only reason I got Sky, and I've got to pay BT Sport, and then I've got to get Amazon because it's on there as well. That's overly commercialised. We are being milked, guys. You know what's not overly commercialised? Something that costs £2, you only have to buy once, It's not. Let's compare it to a membership because it's a similar sort of concept. You could be a West Ham member, Arsenal member, whatever. What do you get for that? You might get a cap in the post. You might get priority for buying tickets in the future. You've still got to buy the tickets, right? You have to renew it every year, and it has no resale value. And this comes back to the crypto thing. People ask, why is Socios based on blockchain? It's a coin called Chili's, which is the Socios coin. You use that to then buy your Arsenal fan token or your hashtag fan token, which there will be. And the reason is to sell on value. So when you get a mug from Arsenal as part of your membership, that has very little resale value. Okay, maybe you can stick it on eBay, right? But when you buy something like that, you don't expect to resell it. Okay, you expect to have it. But then you've got to get another membership. To keep the membership priorities, you've got to get it again next year. Fan tokens you buy once, they're £2 instead of what, 50 quid for an Arsenal membership?
Well, this is the big thing.
And you can resell them if you don't want it anymore.
Some of the people who are talking negatively about fan tokens, what they say is that it's like milking fans. It is giving them dodgy investment advice. Now, the reason they say that is because of the word crypto. So they make out like clubs or people like Socios are trying to get fans to invest their life savings to become a fan member. No, this is the biggest thing. People don't understand, and there's not been written once in the articles, is that it costs £2. Now, yes, the price of those fan tokens can change. Every token is set up differently. So there's only a limited number of them. If there's only a limited number of, say, Arsenal fan tokens, it would be worth saying, Socios are partnered with some of the biggest clubs in the world.
Huge clubs.
Talking about Man City, PSG, Inter Milan. You're talking about Man City in England, Leeds, Villa. Hashtag United, the biggest club of all.
Exactly.
The way each token's set up, there's a certain amount, right? So when a certain amount go on the market, if they get sold, then the price goes up. Now, we're not talking about going up into thousands of pounds here. They start at around £2, and most of them, the vast majority, are still around £2. So people are saying, fans are clubs are giving fans making them invest like money that they could lose. Yeah, they could lose £2.
It's like saying
when you buy a burger, you don't I can't believe it. They're making them spend the costing. It's ridiculous.
It's like saying,
the comparison is ridiculous.
I bought an Arsenal shirt and £50, and I've lost that £50 now. Yeah. Everyone accepts that you lose when you buy something. You buy the thing, you get something, and you do get something for this tokens. What do you get?
I mean, you get a lot. You get an awful lot.
Every club's different.
This is the big thing: is that what you get with your fan token is very much down to the club. Now, this is something that you and I feel very strongly about. And a massive opportunity we have with Hashtag is that we can offer a lot, possibly a lot more than what some elite clubs can offer.
Well, some clubs could offer it and they just don't.
True, or will offer.
And this is one thing, by the way, I made it very clear when I agreed to work with Socios. I need to be able to criticise people that don't do it properly.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to hold any punches. Just because another club is a partner club as well, I'm going to show how I think they're good. Because if I don't think they're good, I'm not getting involved in this. Yeah. They are good. People are doing them badly. I've had long WhatsApp chats with my friends. Arsenal are a partner of Socios, for example. I'm not throwing Arsenal under the bus here. It's just I've got a lot of Arsenal fan friends. And they weren't particularly happy when some of the stuff that got announced. But none of them knew how much the token was.
Yeah, I know.
It's £2.
No, they read the article The Athletic put out and they just...
But you know why they were annoyed? Yeah. They were annoyed because they were annoyed, particularly one friend of mine who's an Arsenal fan, a member, and is a season ticket holder. That's why he's annoyed, because he feels he gets nothing for his membership, and he feels that obviously, until recently, they haven't been particularly fun to watch, hasn't been happy with the ownership of the team. It's the straw that broke the camel's back. It's the same with the Socios sort of coming to prevalence around the time of the Super League, right? Yeah. Now, I'm 100% behind the fan-owned club movement. You know, I've even thought about, and we may even do fan ownership of Hashtag one day, right? What they do in the Bundesliga is great, the 50+1 rule. There's a lot of people that are misinformed, though, unfortunately, about how it could and couldn't work in England. Let me tell you, the 50+1 rule in Germany is a good rule. I like it, but it will never happen here. Not because we don't want it to, because of the way the clubs are structured. It's basically impossible for it to happen. And then people see Socios come out, fan tokens, and they think it's people trying to trick them and say, but you can be an owner. No, you're not an owner of the club. It's very clear. You're not an owner of the club. It's not a share in the club. It is a token that allows you to do things. It's a membership. It's cheaper, it's longer.
It probably is important to focus on what you actually can do and focus on some of the positives, right? Because Socios, since they've launched with all these clubs now, they've raised, I think...
Sorry, just to finish that point,
though. Please,
So it's come at the end of a movement. Everyone wants more. Man United, they want to take control from the Glazers, etc., etc. Then they see the club offering something like Socios and they think, this is them trying to get more money out of us. So we have to, this is why we're opening Pandora's box here and showing you behind the scenes. You have to understand, we do have more intel than you in this, because not only are we talking to the main people at Socios, we are a club. We are physically receiving the money from Socios. We know what that money means, how much it means for the club. I know roughly what these other clubs are getting. I can figure it out. I understand why it's a good deal for them. If you're a fan of a club, You should want this deal to exist because it gets your club. If you're a hashtag fan, trust me, Socios is massive for us.
This is a big thing for
and
us.
It's going to make us do really cool things. And if you don't even have to be a fan member. You don't have to buy a token to benefit from the stuff that Socios money is going to allow us to do. You see what I'm saying? But if you are a fan member, we're going to go on to talk about in this video, talk about some of the things we're going to give you for, and it is going to start at £2, the hashtag fan token, one-off purchase. And again, sorry to interrupt you, but tell us some of the things that people are doing there.
Yeah, so basically, when you become a fan token holder, the first thing you get to do is vote on fan matters. Now, what we're going to be able to do with hashtag is quite significant things that fans are going to be able to vote on. And one of them I'll let you talk about in a minute. But as well as that, there are loads of benefits, like, for example, exclusive rewards and things. Each fan token has a leaderboard, for example. Things you do by simply engaging, by voting on fan polls, you gain XP. Those XP allow you to get random fan token holders to be given VIP hospitality in boxes, meets with the players, all these amazing things that you're getting for just £2. Now, this is where I think it comes down to the club by club opportunity, right? Socios have now raised close to 300 million in revenues for clubs. And that is allowing, it's not just elite clubs that have been partnering. Socios is reaching far and wide. There's some clubs in lower level things where some of the revenue coming in has been able to do like massively important
We're one of them. One of them.
We're probably a really good example of it, you know, as a growing club where opportunities like this can really allow our quest for a stadium. You know, the things, as we go up the leagues, the wage bill is only increasing. So there's so much meaningful stuff that you can do. But I believe that the big missing feature here is what you're getting for your money and the amount of money. I've never once seen it reported how much money fan tokens cost. And that's the most important thing. You're talking about a couple of pounds, and it's a couple of pounds of something you buy once. And like you said, Ben, you could resell it. You could own a fan token for 5 years, get all the voting benefits, all the rewards, and then sell it.
And you could even make a profit.
You could. Well, you could.
We're not here saying it's a good investment, you can make money, but the fact is you could. Or you could lose £2.
Or you can lose £2.
No, I mean, I'm not taking the mick. I know some people haven't got £2 to spare, and I said at the top of this video, I'll say it again, don't buy it. You won't be a worse fan of your club if you don't buy it. You just won't get some of these extra benefits. What did Leeds do? Leeds did something, didn't they? The training ground.
Yeah, Leeds, one of their recent polls, they got fans to vote on the name of a new pitch at the training ground. Fans voted for it to be called the Gary Speed pitch. So it's now forever one of the pitches at Leeds training ground is called the Gary Speed pitch in honour of their club legend.
So there's lots of cool stuff, like generically, and we're going to do some of these things as well that are pretty cool, like voting on the style of your next kit. We're going to give you an opportunity to do that. You know, some people gave Arsenal a bit of stick because one of the things they voted on was the music they came out to, and they were just like, come on, that's not the best. I will give you that. It's not the best one, right? But at the same time, it's still £2. People think £2 should get them to vote on the manager.
Yeah.
Like, and by the way, clubs run by committee never work. We've seen things like Gravesend and Ebbsfleet, my football club, back in the day, where literally the fans decided everything, and it's a disaster. It's an unmitigated disaster. You don't want that for your club, trust me. So this isn't the solving of the fans not being owners of their club problem. That's a separate thing that can still be solved regardless of fan tokens. This is a club membership for a very small price with the best benefits I've ever seen. And I've never been a club member of any other club. Like, I've never, become a West Ham member. I think we were junior hammers.
We were junior hammers back in the day, yeah.
Our dad paid for that. But, I've never seen the benefit of it, personally. I do see the benefit of this, to the point where I'm going to have fan tokens of other teams.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I've got a couple already.
There's some huge teams on there, like you say. We're in very, very good company, so aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. They really, really are. I think maybe that's a good time to think about some of the, because there's going to be a lot, and it's going to be a long-term partnership. We're going to think about some of the things that hashtag are going to offer for the fan token holders.
Okay, so there's one thing that we're doing which no one else has done yet in terms of fan tokens that I'm really proud of. And we have looked at all the different ways we can do this legally, how we can make it the best it can be. And I think this is awesome, okay? What we're going to do, one of the first things you're going to do if you become a fan token holder at hashtag, is you're going to have the option of putting yourself up to be a nominated fan representative who will sit on our board meetings with us, who will literally be whatever you want, a spectator. You could even call them an advisor, a fan representative. They'll be not just watching, they'll be in the meetings. They'll be part of the biggest decision makers. Seb, me, one of our owners is Cesar Azpilicueta. I think this is a pretty cool thing, very right? Cool, if you like hashtag, it is anyway. Yeah. And how it's going to work is you buy a token, you'll then go and you'll make a campaign video to say, this is who I am, this is why I think you should nominate me. The only people that can nominate you are the other fan token members. Why I like doing it via fan token members is they're our engaged fans. They're the people we know really are fans of us. We know we've got hundreds of thousands of people that watch our videos, and that's amazing. It makes us what we are. We love every one of you. but they're not. I wouldn't say we've got hundreds of thousands of fans.
No.
Okay. I would say, I was talking about football fans here.
Yeah.
Football fan is someone ultimately who spends money on their team.
Yeah.
Whether that's buying a kit, but going to a game, paying for a ticket, paying for a subscription so you can watch your TV, your games on TV. And we're slowly finding out who our fans are. You know, we do sell a lot of shirts, which is amazing. We've actually sold double the amount of merch this year than we ever have before, which is an unbelievable achievement. We're very proud of it. But we have a membership scheme on YouTube now, which is for people to see live games, reserve games, ladies games, and we've got thousands of members on there that are paying. That's very, very cool. And that's £5 a month, by the way, and it's great value. I will sing all day about how good value our YouTube membership is.
How much it is per game.
You're getting games of football for like 20p or 50p,
it's
whatever.
mental.
You're getting a goal for about 3p a pop, right? Especially if it's the women winning 17-0. But no one's ever complained about the price of that.
Ever.
Because they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Because it's a good deal, £5 a month. But some people, of course, aren't going to become members. In fact, a minority of our viewers do become members. But it's still enough to make a significant difference for us. That's £5 recurring every month.
Yeah.
This is £2 once forever.
Yeah.
I don't know, unless obviously you're just not interested or you don't have the money, I don't know why you wouldn't get one.
I honestly just think there are, we've talked about a number of things that some people have found umbrage with fan tokenization, but I do think that one massive thing that people who have got that aren't aware of is how little they cost, and how you buy them once. And if every single person that ever buys a fan token, all of their value goes to zero, I mean, that's the worst that can happen.
I know, exactly. And just to finish that thought, that's just one thing we're going to do. We're also going to do the opportunity for you guys to come and play in games with us. Loads of competitions. We're going to push this as far as we can push it, guys. And we're going to do things that no other clubs have done. It's going to be the best £2 you ever spent. I can guarantee you that. There'll be more information on it all coming up on hashtag videos and my channel as well. Just want to go over a few other things as well. Like a lot of you, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you might remember my involvement with Real Oviedo back in the day. I still consider myself a Real Oviedo fan. I follow them. I've got great connections and friendships there. I was very privileged because my experience with Oviedo was massively magnified to what the other shareholders got. So if you don't know, Real Oviedo were in financial difficulty. They were one of the first teams to go viral, selling shares in their club to people that weren't even fans of their club. And you could buy them for about €7 back in the day, and I bought one. It was very cool. But what I did is I went out there, made films with them, became a little bit part of the Real Oviedo family, and it's been amazing, my relationship with them since then. But if you're just a normal person that did that, not that I'm not normal, you know what I mean, not a special relationship, you spent your €7, I've got to be honest with you, you got very little for that. Because to get anything out of that relationship, you needed to fly out to Spain and really go and feel the movement on the ground. But what actually happened was, within months of them raising millions of pounds through the fan ownership of Real Oviedo, they actually sold the club to one of the richest men in the world, Carlos Slim. Now, I support Real Oviedo, I support the people there, I'm on board with it. I'm just comparing. That was actually an ownership thing.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous you think you can own a segment of a club for €7, right? But the point is, there was thousands of us, and we were supposed to have a vote, and we were supposed to have an elected representative, and the fans were supposed to control the club, or at least some of it. And the reality was, it just went out the window. It was a gimmick of sorts. And I'm glad that it saved Oviedo, and I'm very happy, and I have that connection to them now. But this
You're not asking
so,
for €7 back, are you?
And I'm not asking for my €7 back, because I got to put in my Twitter bio, Real Oviedo owner for a bit, and people think I still like, you still own them? I never owned them. I had the little sort of Disneyland story in my head that I was an owner, but I had no power. Now, even if you're just a £2 fan token holder, you don't put yourself up for nomination to be the fan representative, you don't sit in our board meetings, you still elect the board, the fan representative. You still elect them. You have power. And that's just one vote of many, many things and competitions you're going to get. Best £2 you will ever spend. And I want to talk about one other thing. We started the video talking about the UK thing. It's English football thing that was starting to get me down.
This is a big one.
Yes, we are addressing some of the criticisms of fan tokens here, but these are only criticisms they're getting in the UK. Yeah. If you look at how much, you just talk about 300 million euros they've been able to, create revenue and push into clubs. They're doing very well, Socios. They're able to sponsor teams like Inter Milan and Arsenal because they've got money, because they're making a lot of money, because there's a lot of uptake.
People love these things.
In the UK is where the skepticism
They love them.
And you know what it is? It is just the way we are here.
Culture,
and that's what's been getting me down. It's completely linked to what, and you might think this is two random topics.
Let's be really honest,
but
right?
They're linked. England is this negative place. Of course, there's lovely people here, but there's a lot of people that are just want to bring you down.
Look, when we spoke about these partnerships, right, we obviously were aware of that, and we had a long conversation like, right, is this something that makes sense for us to do because of that? And we looked at it and we said, look, we shouldn't make a decision if just because there's some negativity about it. Let's find out what the negativity is.
Yes.
We asked some very serious questions of each other when we did some research, and obviously became involved. I've been looking at Chiliz for quite a while now, which is the token that underpins what the fan tokens sit on, the cryptocurrency that underpins the token. And I became a big fan of it. Now, I'm going to just speak for me personally in this case, is that I am very interested in cryptocurrency, and I don't really understand a lot of it. I'm learning a lot more all the time. But one thing I do understand a bit more is football. And I've been looking for a project that makes a lot of sense, that I understand a lot more, that has actual utility. There's all this noise right now about NFTs, and they are non-fungible tokens. This utility, this token is fungible.
It's fungible, guys.
It is fungible.
It puts the fun in fungible.
It has utility. So way before we actually did the deal with Socios for hashtag or yourself, I personally became someone that was invested in Chiliz. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying you need to go and buy Chiliz at all. This is not what this video is about. In fact, this part of the video may not even make it in. But this is the point I want to make, which is that I personally am very excited about where this project can go in the future. And I'm really excited about where fan tokens can go. What's needed is more clubs to offer more value to their token holders.
Yes.
We plan to be a leading light in that.
And that's a gauntlet we're laying down here. Yeah. Yes, we're sitting here, and I'm going to be a spokesperson for Socios moving forward. I've made that decision. I've accepted that challenge. But I am also here to create a conversation with you guys, to hear your criticisms, if you have any. By the way, some of you out there might just be like, this just sounds amazing.
I know. I think they will be.
And you should be. That is the normal reaction.
There will be.
Don't let the negativity get you down. Research it. And this is the challenge I'm going to set. And I'll tell you one of the main reasons I've done this deal, guys, is because I see a lot of similarities between hashtag and Socios. Now, obviously, we're completely different concepts. You know, one's a football team, one's a business, whatever, a commercial entity. But there's a lot of people that don't like us, that don't know anything about us. They just think they know what we are, and they choose not to like us. And I've always said to people like that, come to one of our games, watch our videos, and talk to our fans, and tell me if you think we're doing something bad. Because we aren't. We're doing something amazing at hashtag. You don't have to be a fan of us or support us, but to think we're not good for football and we haven't got a part to play is ludicrous. We're bringing young people to non-league football. That's something that seriously needs rejuvenation. We are bringing money to clubs around us in terms of bringing fans and having a good attendances. They get the money at those away games. We are creating storylines and narratives around people that haven't been celebrated before. We're giving people jobs. We employ a heck of a lot of people, much more than the clubs around us do. And more recently, we have made a real remit and challenge internally to leave a positive mark on the world. And that's why we went out and got things like a women's team and a youth team. Not, commercially profit-generating entities. They're there for the right reasons. We want to do good. We want to help people have better experiences through football. And that's what we're doing. And Socios are doing the same thing. They're helping your club. They're giving your club money if your club is a fan token partnership member. And I'm not saying you've got to go and buy a fan token. I'm not saying you've got to sing from the rooftops how much you love them. But I'm saying just engage in it and see if you think it's actually as bad as you maybe thought it was at first. And like I say, maybe you never thought it was bad in the first place.
Also, Spain is going nowhere. I see Alexander, the founder of Socios. He is all over the world every week opening new offices. They're employing hundreds of people now. They've got offices all over the place. The partnerships are continuing to grow. I just think once people get past the initial barrier of this crypto thing, it's all a scam, it's a pyramid scheme. They don't understand it. I think as soon as you give people the context, it's basically effectively similar to a membership utility you buy once at such a low price. That frames the whole thing, and I think everybody will see it differently then. And once that happens, clubs are going to be a lot more comfortable giving their fan token holders more rights and more opportunity to engage with the club, which is going to make it a better experience for everybody. And then it's more money that can go into clubs to invest in. This is going to be massive for us. I'm really excited about it. I just hope, guys, look, as well, if you've got any other questions, if you've got other things that you want to know about Socios, just let us know in the comments, because we're going to have this direct relationship. Now, we've not read from a script here. We've made a few notes, things we wanted to make sure we approached in the video. But if there's certain things that we don't know, we can go just find out and let people know. And we're going to tell it how it is. We genuinely believe this is a really good thing for fans to get involved in when you weigh up the cost-benefit analysis of this. What it costs, what you get for it. Especially it's going to be amazing for hashtag United fans. I guarantee you that. So get involved, download the Socios app, have a play. It's a free app to download. You can buy it for £2, a hashtag token, or an Arsenal token, or a Leeds token, or a Villa, or a Man City, wherever it is. They're all around that sort of price, and you can make your own decision.
NHL.
Yeah. UFC.
I mean, they've got some major
Aston
sports.
Martin, they've got some big ones.
In true 7 Eye fashion, we have rattled on a little bit here, and that's what we like to do. And sometimes you guys like it as well. So let us know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this with Seb and I talking. We have got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot I would have loved to talk to you guys about over the last few months. We're going to really set the bar on what you can do with fan tokens at Hashtag. And my challenge again to you is ask a future fan token holder of Hashtag in a few months, whenever it's all set up, if they're happy with their £2 purchase. And my guarantee is the answer will be yes.
And also let us know, what would you like to be able to vote on with Hashtag? Let us know what sort of votes you'd like to see, because we can make these happen, right? Don't say for me to play up front, because...
Oh, well, no, we actually are going to do... You are going to be able to pick a team. Now, I'm never going to do anything that affects us in competitive games. I'll tell you that straight off the bat. Like, certainly not league games. And this is the battle I have with devs. How far can I push him? How much can I let him do things that are not normal football clubs do? But we're definitely going to have a game that Socios fan token holders are going to be able to pick the team.
Yep.
And it may even be a competitive game. It won't be a league game. Maybe it could be a league game if it was the end of the league and there was nothing to play for. We're even looking at if we can play another club with a fan token situation, and their fans can pick their team and our fans can pick our team. You can pick formation, all kinds of things. Honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg, guys. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff. All the links you need to find out about Socios and download the app and etc. will be in the description. More info coming about Hashtag specifically soon. Leave us a comment with your thoughts. Hopefully you're happy to see us back. Hopefully you don't feel tricked by the title, because this was about why I haven't been on YouTube, and this is also about why I'm back on YouTube, because we've made a partnership that is ultimately motivated me to do it again. So another reason to thank Socios, if you like my videos, is because they've got me back on YouTube, guys. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check out Seb on Golf channel, of course, as well. In the description, you'll find a link. Until next time, don't go changing.